Hello, today we will be making this video in Cinema 4D, and this is how our final output will look like. So let's start. Go to Cinema 4D and firstly insert a null object. Now we will animate this null object. So click on null object and then go to coordinates and make sure that you are on frame 0, and here drop a keyframe on X and Y. Next, move to next frame, click this button, and then here change this X value to 100 centimeter, and again drop a keyframe on X and Y. Go to next frame and change this Y value to 10 centimeter, and again drop a keyframe. Go to next frame from here and change this X value to 0 centimeter, enter, and drop a keyframe. Go to next frame and change this Y value to 20 centimeter and drop a keyframe. Now this is how our animation looks like. Let me start from the beginning. So I'll go back. So this is the movement of our null object. Now we will repeat this animation using F curves. So click on null object, right click and click show F curves. Bring it over here, zoom it further. Okay, now on position X, click on this, and over here in this property tab, here on this after value, go to constant and change it to repeat, and change repetition value to 5. Now click on position Y, and then again on this after section, click on constant and make it offset repeat, and change this repetition value to 5. Close this window and let's see how our animation now looks like. So I will again move frame by frame, and this is how our null object is moving. Now go back to first frame, and now we will trace the movement of this null object. So what we will do is go to MoGraph and bring in tracer. Now I will play this animation and our tracer will trace the movement of our null object. So play this. Again go back to frame 0, and now we will play this keyframe by keyframe. So now start playing this one frame by one frame. Click this, keep playing. Perfect. So on frame number 23, we will stop tracing our null object. Now this null object movement is traced. So what we will do is go to tracer, right click and select current state to object. Now this will create a spline object for us. So we will now delete this tracer from here. So click on tracer and delete. Now rename this spline object, double click and name it zigzag spline. Next click on this points button over here and then select Ctrl A. This will select all the points on this spline object. Now right click and click on chamfer. Now click and hold your left mouse button and drag your mouse towards the right, and this will give a circular edge to our spline object. Next click E on your keyboard, and now we will give shape to this spline. So go to extrude and select sweep. Next make this zigzag spline a child of our sweep like this. Next go to the spline pen and select a rectangle. Now this rectangle is quite large, so reduce the size. Go to object, make width as 10 centimeter and height 80 centimeter. Zoom in, check on this rounding and change the radius to 1 centimeter. Next, we will move this rectangle under our sweep like this. So this is how our object is now ready. Now we have to animate this. So for time being, I will hide my sweep object by clicking on this green check. Perfect. Next, I will bring in matrix object. So go to more graph and click on matrix and click on matrix over here. And under this mode, change this grid array to object. And on this object field, we will bring in zigzag spline. So drag and drop it over here. Next, go to transform and change this value to 0.3, y value to 0.3 and z value also to 0.3. Next, go to object, increase the count value to 400 and on distribution change this count to even. Okay, this looks good. Now we will bring in another cloner. So go to more graph and click on cloner. Next, insert a cube. Resize this cube value. So click T on your keyboard and resize. Resize further. Okay, this looks good. Now make this cube a child of this cloner by dragging and dropping like this. Now click on cloner and change this count to again 400 and this y value to 3 centimeter. Zoom out. Click E on your keyboard and move this cloner little bit upward here. Okay, this looks good. Next, go to more graph, go to effector and bring inheritance, this one. Now under inheritance, on this object field over here, drag your matrix object and drop it on this object like this. After that, click on this move motion object, check. Now next, for time being, we will hide this matrix object by clicking on this dot. So click it twice, 1 and 2. Perfect. Now we will go to our object here. We will click on inheritance and here on fall off, click on this linear field and then next change this direction to y negative. Zoom out further. Click T on your keyboard and resize this linear field. Make this value somewhere near 6. Now click E on your keyboard and move this up. Okay, move it little downward. Yes, this looks good. Next, we will increase the number of frame in this project. So go over here and type 220 and expand this over here. Next, go back to frame 0 and then click on this cloner. Go to transform over here and now we will animate this y value. So on frame 0, drop a keyframe and then go to last frame by clicking on this button over here. So you are now on frame number 220 and now we will decrease this y value like this and see the animation happens over there and we will decrease it to the last. So keep decreasing the value unless you have all the points placed on this zigzag spline like this. Perfect. And then drop a keyframe. Now let's play our video. So this looks good. Let's stop the animation, go back to frame 0 and now on this Y animation We will right click, go to animation, and we will see, and we will click show F curve, bring it over here, click somewhere in between, click Ctrl A on your keyboard to select this, and click on this linear option. So this will smoothen up our animation. Close it. Now we will bring another tracer, so go to MoGraph and click on tracer, and under this tracer, the tracing mode, change this value to connect all objects. Now remove this zigzag spline outside and bring your tracer inside sweep like this. Now let's see how our animation looks like. Okay, this looks good. Now this is the time to unhide our sweep object. So click on this and let's see how our animation looks like. Perfect, this looks good. Now we are almost close to our animation. So click on this tracer and go to type and make it B spline. Then go to intermediate points and make it natural. Now let's play our animation. Yeah, this looks better. So stop the animation, go back to frame 0, go back to cloner, go to transform, and now we will animate this X value. So on frame 0, drop a frame like this. Now click F4 on your keyboard to go to front view. So this is our front view over here. Zoom in. Okay, now over here on frame 0, I will drop a keyframe. So click here. Next, I will move my pointer somewhere here. And at this point, I will change the X value to 100 centimeter. This will move our cloner over here. And now I will drop a keyframe. So click on this. Next, I will move my pointer further. And somewhere here, I will drop another keyframe by changing this X value to 0. And I will click on this. Perfect. Now I will repeat this animation. And to repeat, I will right click on X, go to animation and show F curve. Move it little bit upward. Zoom in. Click on X value. Go to after, click on constant and change it to oscillate. And change this repetition value to 5. And close this. Now let's see how this animation looks like. So click on play button. Now go back to perspective view. So click F1 on your keyboard and let's see how this animation looks like on perspective view. So play it. Okay, this looks good. Lastly, the one more setting which is left is we will stop this animation, go back to frame 0, click on MoGraph, go to effector and click on delay. And on effector, we will ensure that mode is set as blend. Now let's play our animation. Perfect, this looks good. We will again stop this animation and we will create some material. Before that, we will go and insert a plane. We will move it little bit downward. Okay, this looks good. Click on plane and increase the value to 6000 and 6000. Now we will create couple of materials for our plane and for our animated spline object. So go to material manager, double click over here, double click on this newly created material and give it a color. Let's give it a pink color. Close it. Drag and drop this pink color over here. Again, click one more material, double click and give it a blue color. Close it and drop this blue color on this plane. Okay, now let's see how our animation looks like. So play. Yes, this looks better. Lastly, we will insert a physical sky. So click on this physical sky. Let's see how this looks like. Perfect. Now lastly, we will do some render settings. So click on the setting buttons over here. Click on effect and select global illumination. Again click on effect and select ambient occlusion. And here increase this accuracy value to 100%. Maximum samples to 128. Go to output settings, select preset value as film video and HDTV 1080 29.97, and then frame range, select all frames and close. And lastly, we will play our animation to see how this looks like. Perfect, this looks good. So we will stop the animation, go back to frame 0 and we will click on render button and click yes, click yes, and this will start our rendering video. So thanks for watching my video. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and thank you.